These are the faces and voices that have shaped our dreams, made us laugh, cry, and wonder. Decades may have passed, but their talent, passion, and spirit remain timeless. One of them is 103 years old. Today, we celebrate 50 of the oldest living actors and actresses, showing how they looked then versus now. Alan Alda. Alan Alda won hearts worldwide as Hawkeye Pierce in MASH, bringing humor and humanity to the role. He later built a strong second act as a dramatic actor and science communicator, hosting programs that made complex ideas feel relatable. Woody Allen. A prolific filmmaker, Woody Allen wrote and directed dozens of movies, many blending comedy with existential themes. His distinctive writing style and New York-centric storytelling shaped American cinema for decades. Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins became a cult favorite in horror and action films, starring in The Fog, Halloween 3, and Escape from New York. With his tough guy demeanor and gravelly voice, he became a mainstay of 80s genre cinema. Judy Parfitt. Judy Parfitt is a veteran British actress known for her powerful emotional performances. She won new generations of fans with her role as Sister Monica Joan on Call the Midwife, playing the aging nun with warmth and subtlety. Nancy Kovac. Nancy Kovac stood out in the 1960s for her beauty and dramatic presence, appearing in films like Jason and the Argonauts, and guest starring on Star Trek. She became a recognizable face of classic TV adventure. Sally Jessy Raphael. With her bright red glasses and direct interview style, Sally Jessy Raphael became one of the most recognizable talk show hosts of the 1980s and 90s. Her show was known for emotional, messy, and deeply human moments. Christina Pickles. Christina Pickles built a long career on stage and screen, winning acclaim for her dramatic work on St. Elsewhere. To younger audiences, she's fondly remembered as Judy Geller, Ross and Monica's sharp-tongued mother on Friends. A.J. Foyt. A.J. Foyt is one of the greatest race car drivers in history, with multiple Indy 500 victories. His bold personality and fearless reputation made him a natural presence in sports documentaries and TV specials. Nick Clooney. Nick Clooney is both a respected journalist and TV host, known for his integrity and clear communication. He also became well known as the father of George Clooney and as a passionate advocate for humanitarian causes. John Considine. John Considine spent decades acting in films, television, and soap operas. Known for his smooth delivery and polished screen presence, he built a steady, enduring career, often playing complex or refined characters. Russ Tamblyn. Russ Tamblyn dazzled audiences with his athletic dancing in West Side Story and 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. He later reinvented himself in more eccentric roles, including Dr. Jacoby on Twin Peaks, becoming a cult favorite. Judi Dench. Dame Judi Dench's career is a masterclass in acting. She dominated British theatre before winning film roles in Shakespeare in Love, Skyfall, and Philomena. Her combination of humour, authority, and emotional depth has made her a beloved figure worldwide. Lawrence Luckinbill. An actor and writer with a thoughtful, intellectual style, Lawrence Luckinbill is known for Star Trek V and powerful one-man shows, portraying figures like Lyndon B. Johnson and Clarence Darrow. His theater work earned widespread respect. Suzanne Lloyd. Suzanne Lloyd appeared in an impressive range of TV classics, including Zorro, The Avengers, and The Twilight Zone. Known for her elegance and versatility, she became one of the familiar faces of early TV adventure and mystery series. Nana Mouskouri. One of the best-selling musical artists of all time, Nana Mouskouri performed in multiple languages and captivated audiences with her pure, distinctive voice. Her career spans more than 60 years and thousands of songs. Brigitte Bardot. Brigitte Bardot became a worldwide sensation in the 1950s and 60s, embodying a new kind of free-spirited femininity. After retiring from acting, she devoted herself to animal rights activism, becoming as famous for her humanitarian work as for her films. Sophia Loren. A global film icon, Sophia Loren rose from poverty in Italy to become an international superstar. She won an Oscar for 2 women, breaking new ground for foreign language performances. Her beauty, charisma, and dramatic power made her a cinematic legend. Eileen Atkins. Dame Eileen Atkins is one of Britain's most decorated actresses, with roles in The Crown, Doc Martin, and a long list of stage triumphs. She co-founded the Royal Court Theatre and remains deeply respected for her intelligence and sharp delivery. Jamie Farr. Jamie Farr's role as Klinger on MASH, complete with dresses, wit, and heart, became one of the show's highlights. Beyond that, he had a broad comedic career in film and game shows, earning fans for his warmth and good humor. Robert Duvall. Robert Duvall's career includes some of the greatest films ever made: The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Tender Mercies, and The Apostle. Known for his naturalistic, deeply human performances, he remains one of America's most respected actors. William Shatner. William Shatner's portrayal of Captain Kirk in Star Trek became one of the most iconic roles in television. Beyond that, he built a diverse career in drama, comedy, music, and even spaceflight, becoming the oldest person to go to space in 2021. Rita Moreno. One of the few EGOT winners, Rita Moreno broke barriers for Latina performers. Her fiery performance in West Side Story made history, and she continued shining in TV, theater, and film for decades. Her longevity and personality have made her a pop culture icon. Paul Dooley. Paul Dooley is one of Hollywood's great character actors, known for charming, slightly offbeat roles in Breaking Away, 16 Candles, and a long list of TV shows. His humor and warmth made him a favorite supporting performer. Noam Chomsky. A groundbreaking linguist and influential political thinker, Noam Chomsky appears in countless documentaries, lectures, and interviews. His work reshaped the study of language and sparked global political debate. His presence in media spans more than 60 years. Marion Ross. Marion Ross made television history as the sweet, steady matriarch Marion Cunningham on Happy Days. Her warmth and comedic timing made her one of TV's most beloved mothers. She continued acting in animation and TV well into her later years. Anne Blyth. Anne Blyth became a standout star in the 1940s and 50s, earning an Oscar nomination for her chilling performance in Mildred Pierce. She later transitioned to musicals and maintained a reputation as one of the era's most versatile actresses. Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy was one of the NBA's earliest superstars, known for his flashy passing and leadership with the Boston Celtics. His career led him to documentaries, interviews, and sports-related films, keeping him in the public eye for decades. Nancy Olson. Nancy Olson delivered a career-defining performance in Sunset Boulevard, earning an Oscar nomination for her role as the determined young writer Betty Schaefer. She continued working steadily in Hollywood and became an enduring figure from the Golden Age. Johnny Gilbert. Johnny Gilbert's booming voice, "This is Jeopardy!" is one of the most recognizable openings in TV history. Serving as the show's announcer for decades, he became a steady, iconic presence in American homes. James Ivory. James Ivory is one of the most celebrated directors of all time. His partnership with producer Ismail Merchant created elegant, emotionally rich films like A Room with a View, Howard's End, and Maurice. Even in his 80s, he won an Oscar for writing Call Me by Your Name. Estelle Parsons. Estelle Parsons won an Oscar for her unforgettable performance in Bonnie and Clyde and later earned fame as Bev Harris on Roseanne. Known for her razor-sharp acting instincts, she built a highly respected career in theater and television. Rosemary Harris. A powerhouse of stage and screen, Rosemary Harris earned a Tony Award and numerous film credits, including playing Aunt May in the early 2000s Spider-Man films. Her career stretched across continents, showcasing her classical training and gentle, dignified presence. Doc Severinsen. Doc Severinsen brought bold fashion and bright brass sounds to The Tonight Show, where he led the band for nearly 30 years. His charisma and virtuosity made him one of America's best-known trumpeters. Well into his 90s, he continued performing with impressive energy. William Daniels. William Daniels earned admiration for his serious, articulate roles, from The Graduate to voicing Kit in Knight Rider. But he became a cultural touchstone as Mr. Feeney in Boy Meets World, inspiring generations with his wise, heartfelt delivery. John Kander. As half of Kander and Ebb, John Kander wrote some of Broadway's most enduring musicals, including Chicago and Cabaret. His music defined theatrical eras, blending jazz, drama, and political commentary. His collaborations with Liza Minnelli remain legendary. H.M. Wynant. A prolific character actor, H.M. Wynant appeared in countless westerns, dramas, and sci-fi classics. Fans remember him from The Twilight Zone and Mission Impossible. His striking presence and versatility made him a reliable face in mid-century American television. Mel Brooks. A comedy mastermind, Mel Brooks reshaped humor with his irreverent, boundary-pushing films. The Producers, Blazing Saddles, and Young Frankenstein. His work became part of the cultural fabric, blending satire, absurdity, and heart. One of the few EGOT winners, Brooks influenced generations of comedians. David Attenborough. Sir David Attenborough is the voice of nature documentaries. For nearly 70 years, he has taken audiences deep into the natural world with series like Planet Earth, Blue Planet, and Life on Earth. His soft-spoken enthusiasm and poetic narration have made him a global icon of environmental education. Gene Shalit. Movie lovers know Gene Shalit for his huge mustache, bow ties, and pun-filled film reviews on NBC's Today Show. He became one of America's most distinctive and entertaining critics, with a style that blended humor, insight, and showmanship. His personality made him a pop culture figure in his own right. Alan Greenspan. Though not an actor, Alan Greenspan became a recognizable figure through decades of public service as chairman of the Federal Reserve. His appearances in countless news programs and documentaries made him a fixture of American media. He remains one of the most influential economic minds of the 20th century. David Frankham. David Frankham built a long career as a character actor, often popping up in classic TV shows like The Outer Limits, The Twilight Zone, and Star Trek. He also lent his voice to Disney's 101 Dalmatians. His versatility made him a familiar face and voice to generations of viewers of early television. Dick Van Dyke. Few entertainers have brought as much joy to audiences as Dick Van Dyke. From dancing on rooftops in Mary Poppins to his groundbreaking sitcom, The Dick Van Dyke Show, he became a symbol of warm, physical comedy and effortless charm. Even in his 90s, he kept performing, singing, and dancing. A living embodiment of showbiz energy. Lee Grant. An Oscar-winning actress and barrier-breaking director, Lee Grant survived the Hollywood blacklist and went on to reinvent herself. She won acclaim in films like Shampoo and In the Heat of the Night, then pivoted to directing powerful documentaries about poverty, aging, and injustice. Her resilience and activism have made her an icon far beyond Hollywood. June Lockhart. June Lockhart is practically television royalty. She became beloved across generations for her warm, grounded performances as the mother in Lassie, and later as Dr. Maureen Robinson in the sci-fi favorite Lost in Space. Her career lasted nearly 8 decades, and she has the rare distinction of receiving 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Brigitte Aubert. Best known internationally for her role in Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief, Brigitte Aubert starred opposite Cary Grant and Grace Kelly, leaving an indelible mark with her playful yet captivating performance. She also had a rich career in French cinema and built a reputation as a versatile actress who moved effortlessly between film and television. Maria Riva. Maria Riva grew up surrounded by cinema royalty as the daughter of Marlene Dietrich. She became a respected television actress in the early 1950s and later wrote an acclaimed, brutally honest biography of her mother. Her life bridges 2 eras, the glamorous world of old Hollywood and the early years of American live TV. Eva Marie Saint. With a career spanning more than 70 years, Eva Marie Saint is a Hollywood treasure. She won an Oscar for On the Waterfront opposite Marlon Brando and delivered an unforgettable performance in Hitchcock's thriller, North by Northwest. Known for her grace and quiet strength, she remains one of the last legends who worked directly with Hollywood's most iconic directors. Jacqueline White. A classic-era Hollywood actress, Jacqueline White made her mark in film noir, starring in Crossfire and The Narrow Margin. Her poised elegance and expressive acting made her a standout in the late 40s and early 50s. Though she left Hollywood early to raise her family, her films have gained a cult following, and she's now cherished as one of the last living stars from the Golden Age. Ray Anthony. One of the last true swing-era giants, Ray Anthony played trumpet for the Glenn Miller Orchestra before launching a wildly successful solo career. His band dominated the 1950s, and he scored hits like The Bunny Hop and The Hokey Pokey, which became American party staples. Even in old age, he remained a beloved figure in the music world, known for his joyful style and long-lasting energy.